Hey everyone, I'm Army Gaming, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Monster Legends. I'm going to talk about everything going on in this video because there's a ton of stuff going on. Rather than make one video about the Collector's Breeding event, another one about the 72 hour, another one about the Magic Stones Island, everything is going to be in this video. So let's get right into it. The Collector's Breeding event. There are 8 monsters up for grabs in this event, all coming from the Evil Legions book. For every successful breeding event, you'll get 250 maze coins. However, if luck stabs you in the back, which most likely it will, I'm going to be completely honest, you'll get 75 maze coins. There's no time to lose. Put your breeding mountain to work. Here are the combinations. Alright, so Ultra Ball and Magma, they will give you a Legion. For Rockgorn Oros, they will give you a Duska Aura. Draza and Metalhead, they will give you an Igneous. Bellaba and Voltic, they will give you a Scaraborg. Mystery and Octix, they will give you a Devastator. Worker Hulk and Amestrinus, they will give you the Inheritor. Pixelite and Varna will give you Copycat, and Lord of Atlantis and Arknight will give you Fated. Wow, that is a ton of monsters. So my recommendation, if you are going for any of these monsters, and I do think you should participate in this breeding events because it is a way to get additional maze coins. Now be careful, because if you're doing the 4-hour Thunder Eagle, breeding to get your 50 maze coins from hatching and breeding, if you clog up your hatchery, if you clog up your breeding tree, breeding mountain, you can fall behind on that. So what I would do, let me show you exactly what I'm doing. On this one right here, I am doing Thunder Eagles, and on this one over here, this is where I'm actually trying to get the monster. Because if I am successful, I'll get 250 maze coins, and if I fail, I'll get 50 maze coins, or 75 maze coins, I think, right? So it's still good. It's a way to get additional maze coins. So for those of you that have these monsters and can breed, and maybe you don't think you're going to get enough maze coins to complete like the overall maze, this could help you out. This could be the difference between making it and not making it. So now in terms of who you should go for, well, between all of these monsters, there's 2 monsters that stand out above the rest. Number 1 would be Copycat, followed by the Inheritor. I think those 2 monsters stand out above all the other ones. Or you can argue Fated, but I think with all the Resurrection monster we have now, you don't really need Fated. Copycat is like a poor man's Ruby, so a very good monster. But in reality, you don't really need legendary monsters that much other than for collecting gold. So what I will say is the 2 monsters you could potentially be going for are Legion and Duska Aura. And that's why you actually see me going for the Baragor plus Violet combo, because I need Duska Aura. And you might be wondering, Armor, why these 2 monsters out of everyone that's available? Well, I don't think it's officially been confirmed, but everyone's speculating that the next El Colossal Breeding event is going to be a Dark Colossal Breeding event. And you can kind of tell that because Necromancer is the monster right now from the Golden Legends Pass, right? If I go into the dungeons, Necromancer, he is the month right now. And what we've seen is that whatever monster is, whatever warmaster gets their month, whatever element, that's the El Colossal that happens for the next week. Or sorry, for the next month. So because it's speculated that that's going to be the next El Colossal event, that's why I would recommend you go for Legion and you get Duska Aura. Because maybe, most likely not, or who knows, right? Nobody knows. Maybe one of these 2 monsters might be used to make that Samael the Plague Carrier, or Fever Scatter, or whatever dark monster you want. So it's worth it to pick them up. I don't have Duska Aura, so I'm actually going for Duska Aura right now. And you know what? I'll just go ahead and demonstrate. Let me go ahead and do this. I will go ahead and demonstrate to you guys right now that even if you fail, you'll get yourself 75 maze coins. Watch. Got an epic monster, 75 maze coins. Click repeat, and 6 hours, another 75 maze coins. So that'll definitely help. That'll definitely add up. So that is the breeding event, and that is my recommendation on who to go for. Now, aside from that, we also have this Yorai quest chest, and it's cool because I think this is the first time SocialPoint is actually selling a chest for gems as opposed to just purchasing it for $10. I think in my previous video I said it was only $5. Turns out it's $10. So the way you can view this, it's $10 for a Mythic Monster or 350 gems for a Mythic Monster. That's honestly not too bad. So I say for a Mythic Monster because you get 50 monster cells and the quest key, and that quest key will allow you to go into the dungeon and go into the resource dungeon and beat this quest. Now, here's the thing. I would only buy this if you are pretty confident that you can beat the quest survival dungeon. Because if you can't beat it, then you're not going to get your 50 cells, the other 50 cells you need, and you're unfortunately not going to be able to get the monster. In which case, it would be a waste of 350 gems. Because remember, you need to be able to get 100 cells of the monster in order to craft it. You cannot use Mythic Amber if you have 80 like you can with Legendary. You need all 100 cells. So with that said, only purchase it if you are interested in purchasing it. Only do it if you are pretty confident you can beat the entire dungeon, because that is the only way you're going to get your 100 monster cells. Otherwise, you are going to be you're just going to be left with a couple cells and no way to craft the monster. But yeah, once again, my opinion, is it worth it for a Mythic Monster for 350 gems? Well, it's not really a bad price for a Mythic Monster, right? At the same time though, keep in mind, we do have the Ilian quest going on, and right now it's all about collecting the items, and then in 6 days the actual event will start for Ilian, and historically, these tail event monsters, you can get them for like 150 gems. So 350 gems for Mythic Monster, 150, and obviously I'd take the 150 Ilian. The thing is though, this one requires a lot more effort than the Yoroi one, which is literally just beat a dungeon. So that's kind of why it's a little more expensive, or a lot more expensive. It's more than double, right? 200 more gems. So it's completely up to you whether or not you want to get it. I'm personally going to shy away from it. I think I can do without the monster. I am perfectly fine without the monster. Like, at the end of the day, it's a strong attacker, but I think I have a good number of strong mythic attackers. The other thing we have going on is the Magic Stones Elementium. Okay, the Magic Stones Island. So the way this works, it's basically, let me scroll all the way to the top. It's basically a progressive island. Collect gold, feed your monsters, breed monsters, fight PvP, and you get these magic stones. Now, with like little to no gems, you can make it up to the 45, right? You might be able to do it completely free to play, or just invest a little amount of gems, and you should be able to make it to the 45 mark, which if you add up the amounts, 10 and 15, that's 25, and 30, that's 55, and 45, that's 100 magic stones. For 100 magic stones, my number one recommendation, there's 3 monsters you can get. You can also do Elementium, and you can do the Magic Stones food chest. Automatically, 100% do not get the Magic Stones food chest. That is a waste of Magic Stones. Also, the Elementium, you get 25 Elementium, whereas you can get 35 monster cells. Here's the way I view it. The Elementium is technically more valuable, even though you get 10 less, but you can use this to anyone. You can use this to rank up your Wormlad, your Grakon, your super strong Mega Elite monsters. So Elementium is super valuable. But if they're one of these 3 monsters that you know for sure you want to rank up, or you don't have and you want to craft, then go for the Magic Stones individual monster cells of either Kain, Helguden, or Dragar. Personally, I like all 3 of these monsters. Kain is a strong fire attacker, Helguden is a strong dark attacker, and Dragar is a strong, like, light trait disabling torture dealer. So they're all 3 fantastic monsters. But if you had to pick one of these monsters, I would say Helguden is the most valuable monster because of the dodge area trait. Moving forward in this meta of mythic monsters, dodge area and taunt mechanic works really well. So for example, you can have an Armor Claw and Erder, some monster that has the taunt trait, and then Helguden, and Helguden is not going to be targeted, so you can run Helguden as a strong attacker. So my number one recommendation would be Helguden between these 3 monsters. I'm not really going to do a monster analysis. I think I've done a separate video where I've talked about the magic stones. You can check that out if you want. But yeah, Helguden would be my number one choice between all 3 of these. Yeah, 100% do not get the food. And then, yeah, the Elementium you could do if you wanted to invest in ranking up another monster. So you could walk away from this event with 50 Elementium or 70 cells of like Helguden, which is awesome. And the Magic Stones event is one that is constantly reoccurring, so this could really be a great way to rank up your Helguden, your Kain, or your Dragar. So definitely take advantage of this. Definitely, I would say, go for the 100 Magic Stones without putting in a lot of effort. Like, this is one event where I literally don't even try in, and I kid you not, I always walk away with like the 45 Magic Stones. With that being said, I think the other event we have to talk about is, of course, everyone's favorite, the 72-hour challenge. And SocialPoint finally made a change to this. Now, instead of getting the middle monster at rank 1, now you get the monster on the right at rank 1. And I was wondering why SocialPoint always made the middle monster at rank 1 and not the one on the far right, but they finally changed it. So to be completely honest, I don't even feel like a monster analysis is warranted for these monsters. You honestly don't need either of these monsters. They're honestly not that good. Even though we're in the era of mythic monsters, if it was an era of legendary monsters, I still couldn't recommend any of these monsters, to be completely honest. And then in terms of their elements, we have nature, fire, and a earth fire epic monster. The El Colossal events have already passed for nature, for fire, and even for earth, so you really won't be needing any of these monsters for El Colossal event. So once again, I resort to go for the gems, go for the relics. That is the number one thing you should be going for. This will help you out for those of you that maybe were unsure about having enough gems for the Ilian quest. Hey, go for the gems. Maybe these extra gems here will help you get the monster. And still the best value has to be the monster in the middle, Dragontium. he's gonna cost the cheapest amount, right? Especially now compared to Drek, he's gonna cost cheaper. And I mean, right, I think he even has a higher gold production. I think his gold production is 244, whereas the other monster Drek, his gold production is like 135 or something. Although I will say Drek has a cooler monster design in my opinion. Oh nice, the 8 gems already. If I get the 5 gems, I'm moving. I think, Drek has a cooler monster design in my personal opinion, but with that being said, he's not going to be usable. So yeah, even when he got released, like, I love the monster design, but I was disappointed in his skill set, so I think you can do without him. And once again, like, there is no shortcut to this. This is all a gimmick. Basically, as soon as you flip over one card, the next reward is already predetermined, so there's nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. So just have fun with it. You know, if you want to always do like the top left, if you want to follow the finger, do whatever you want. But yeah, this is all just predetermined fun, some card flipping animation. But yeah, I'm gonna keep paying until I get those 5 gems, and then we'll move on over and get Plethadon. But yeah, I mean, realistically, most of you should be able to get all 3 of the monsters. I've been able to do it on my accounts, easy enough. Just remember that the higher you are in PvP, the more coins you get, so it is to your advantage to be in the highest league possible that your account can be in. If you're a newer player and you find yourself in Legendary 4 League, make sure you have a weak defense team on so that you are getting attacked and you can do an easy revenge battle. And make sure that your defense is always, make sure you always do an attack so that your defense gets, so that you're vulnerable, and that way someone can attack you. And the minute you see your defense go up, attack someone again so that your defense can go down and someone can attack you. And that way you can always be stacking up revenge battles. Because if you find yourself like in Legendary 4 League and you don't have revenge battles and you can't beat anyone, you're going to miss out on challenge coins, which means you're going to miss out on gems. So just be smart about that. So yeah, I don't think I need to do a monster review really for this video. I basically give you my thoughts on the 3 main events going on in Monster Legends. So with that being said, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was informative. Let me know in the comments below, who are you going to be going for in the breeding events? Let me know who. Yeah, I think just the breeding event, because I think that's the most relevant thing. And with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you all next time. Remember to subscribe.